And, in the moment, we do not understand. But without this, we would only live on appearance, leaves without fruit. And is that not exactly what we see in our time? Acclaimed preachers but without life in secret, full churches but without brokenness, people with thousands of followers but empty in heart. That is what happens when one seeks growth without pruning, power without correction, success without discipline. And you? Are you willing to be pruned? Because the more fruit you bear, the more pruning you will face. Let me tell you a real scene that has never left my memory. I had prepared a sermon with weeks of study. I expected it to be one of the most powerful messages I would ever preach. On the day, however, I felt the hand of God stopping me. That sermon, which I saw as the crown of my effort, was pruned before the entire congregation. I left humbled. But it was in that humiliation that I learned to depend on the Spirit and not on my intellect. That painful night transformed my way of preaching forever. It hurts, but it purifies. And look, even science confirms this logic. Research on resilience shows that people who go through significant losses and interpret them as opportunities for growth develop greater emotional maturity and adaptability. It is no different in the spiritual life. The Father uses pain as a holy shear to tear out the excess and release more life. So I ask you, what have you called abandonment that might be love? How many cuts in your life were actually the Father cleansing your soul so that you would bear more fruit? What if that disappointment you carry is the beginning of a greater harvest? I want to issue you a challenge. For the next 7 days, instead of complaining about the pains, pray a simple prayer: Lord, show me where you are pruning and help me to cooperate. Observe what happens. Instead of resisting, you will begin to see the shear as a sign of love. Because pruning is not the end, it is the process. It is the silent language of the Father's love saying, I still see potential in you. I still want more of my glory flowing in your life. So, receive it with humility. Do not resist the touch of the celestial shear. Because after the pruning, always comes the fruit. Many